It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun awamo, lamo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun tide o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary.
Tonight might kind of look strange to some people. Oh dear, Maiyegun, you started late, or you are starting late tonight. No, what happened is that our time has changed in the UK, which now puts Nigeria an hour ahead of us. So this is 9 p.m. in Nigeria for those who are watching live, and it is still 8 p.m. in the UK. So for those who are still up and going to be joining us, thank you. And for those who are not really in Nigeria, you can reset your time now. So if you are watching from, for example, if you're watching from United States, right? If your time frame of joining Maiyegun usually is around 3 or 4 o'clock, what you have to do now is to just add 1 hour to the time you normally join me. We'll get used to it, but share the broadcast for tonight. Yeah. Share the broadcast.
Yeah. Lórí Facebook. lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé. Ẹ̀sùn ló bá rú sí o.
Share it and share it and share
Àní
it.
ẹ̀sùn láti. Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you.
Ìnáwó jẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti.
Thank
Aṣòfin
you.
tí ń rú sí òwò.
There's a clip that should be coming on in a minute.
Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Yeah.
Ayé ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Seriously sad and unacceptable. But nobody can return her life. She has answered the call. Be it Christian or Muslim, we all accepted that it's certain we're going to die one day. We don't know which date. But we must not use this incident to divide ourselves. We must use it as a cure to the security problem. Additional police, additional patrol, and additional security reinforcement along our road in the various blind spots. It is necessary. We have discussed that.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Tinubu is singing Yoruba anthem. Now tonight, share the broadcast because it's going to be a long night.
Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti.
We now have, well,
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
yeah, tell them.
Ayé ẹ̀sùn.
Prayer docent, thank you so much, ma. I got your message just before I opened the studio. So today, Omo Yoruba all over the world, the politics is now back there. I mean, back in Yoruba land. And it is about to show the characters of those you all call leaders as well. Mind you, for everyone who has taken a position that they want to rescue Nigeria, okay? You have no moral rights, all right, to question any other person as well, okay? You don't, because now all of them will be the same. And I will try my best to make you understand that tonight. But when you hear about Afenifere, I remember that whenever election is coming, that is the moment you will know that there are many Yorubas. Okay? Even when election is gone, that those who are also the election produced, the Yorubas that the election produced, instead of them to be one and say, I won Yoruba, you will see that they are like what? Many Yorubas. And Afenifere is so prominent with the media in Nigeria. Mind you, just for the record, Afenifere doesn't support the breakup of Nigeria. I hope you know that, so that we are very clear. Now, Afenifere, the Yoruba socio-political group, comprises of the Yorubas, mostly old people. Now, the Yorubas who are like the product of that same Nigeria, they were either, board members, former senators, former presidential advisor, former presidential candidate, former this, former that, who are actually who have used the Yoruba, the Yoruba trademark, to make enough names and money for themselves. So it's never really about Yoruba. I am saying this to you, all of you who are like a young people, who have read a lot from your childhood. You have been reading the opinions of these men. They are called elders. But the bottom line is this. It is actually the classism, whereby they represent the elite part who are comfortable with Nigeria and whatever they can use in negotiation, they will use it. And Yoruba, that brand, has been traded by these guys all their lives. And most of the time, you get to see them whenever election is coming. Remember that sometimes in September, Pa Ayo Adebanjo, the one that seems to be so prominent among the Afenifere. For those of you who don't know their history, okay, Afenifere comprises of the Yorubas who felt like what the military took or was taken away from the Yoruba people in the 90s, required the collective, united collaboration of all Yorubas to fight back and free Yorubas from the hands of the Fulanis who were controlling the military. That was the birth. Most of them, they formed the part in Adeko and the rest, right? They formed them in exile while they were chased away from Nigeria. So going back, when it was time for democracy and all of that, so they represent that block of, okay, who are those we should talk to in Yoruba land self? If we say we want to form another Nigeria. So these characters have positioned themselves. They are elderly men and women who, respect them for what they are, yeah? But overall, you will realize that none of what they stand for is in the interest of Yoruba land, even though they will swear with everything in them that they have been fighting including Tinubu. It will tell you, I have been fighting all my life for the Yoruba people. You get that now? But it's no, they've not been fighting for me. Nah, not in that Nigeria. You know that? So, the Baba Adebanjo, they came out with a very well publicized World Press Congress. Conference. And they stated their reasons why they are going to adopt Peter Obi. In their own words, though, they said they are adopting Peter Obi because of equity, justice, and fairness. That is a two-way thing. That the presidency of Nigeria after Bukwari, a Fulani man from northern Nigeria, the right thing is for the power presidency to come down to the south. But in fairness and justice and equity, in this dispensation of democracy, this demonstration of grace, the lies you are telling yourselves, right? That the Yorubas have had the shot of being president and vice president in the last 23 years. That in fairness, right, when they look at the southerners in the race, the Afenifere Adebanjo decided to support Peter Obi, an Igbo, a presidential candidate of Igbo extraction that has never produced the president of Nigeria ever. I know you talk about Azikiwe. I beg you, no go back that far now, okay? So equity and justice and fairness, Abi, Nigeria has 6 geopolitical zones. So they said they supported him, but guess what? The other Afenifere, they didn't see anything. Everybody shout mellow. You know they say Obi no they give shishi. So let's assume that many other Tifnumbu supporters, Lagos Abobakus and the rest of them, who personally make mockery of Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation, if you're a Yoruba man, and you say, for equity and justice, one Nigeria, I am supporting Obi. They will say, you are a Biafran, IPOB. But I'm a Yoruba man. Oh, I know your type. You are the Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation. They make mockery of Yoruba nation. Yeah? But whenever it is convenient, when they need that validation, oh dear, please don't starve them of it. When Adebanjo said, Yorubas are endorsing Peter Obi, they were the first to say, Adebanjo is on his own. It doesn't speak for the Yoruba people. And I agree. Baba Adebanjo doesn't speak for Yoruba people. 100%. I agree. You may not agree, but I'm saying this to you. It doesn't represent me. It might speak things that are kind of, in a way that you feel like, well, Baba, that's some deep thing. Oh, I agree with you on that, Baba. Oh, no, I don't. But if you check me, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about you, brethren, in the temple of truth. You know, you all have your independent minds. What I do here is to help you bring the pieces of all of the, the mysteries. Bring the pieces together so that the lies they tell and retell again, right? The same lies that they have been using to manipulate you will never work on you. But you have your mind. But when it comes to me, that Baba Adebanjo, Afeni Ferry, Afeni Funje, Afeni Febi, Afeni Feku, whatever that you might want to call them, right? They don't speak for me. And I'm a bona fide, full-blooded Yoruba son. Yes. Do you get that now? So, the Lagos Ababuku said, no, they didn't speak. They said, Baba Adebanjo hated Tifnumbu, and he has a personal grudge with Tifnumbu. That is why he's not supporting him. Okay, makes sense. We didn't know that they were working. He's the best person that could tell you more, and his word could summarize most of the things I would want to say. But don't worry. The genesis of how Afenifere became factionalized, how AD died a natural death in Yoruba land, and how the supposed Yoruba think tanks, the Yoruba professors, academia, diplomats, and few, many other like that, things that could normally have helped them to shape the political ideology of Yoruba land in a way that it won't be this kind of Iruwa Ogiriwa Agbero forgers, and all these criminals that are now parading themselves as political representatives of Yoruba land. So they know if Yinka Odumaki was to be alive, he would have probably helped us to kind of update us, rejig your memory, but I'll do my best. So they have been factionalized. We didn't know that behind the scene, they are working tirelessly to get Baba 90 years old to Baba 84 years. Olufalaye, Baba 90 years old, Pafashoranti, and so many other people like that, who mostly, you won't believe this, majority of them who once Afenifere got divided, factionalized, those who went with Tifnumbu, they have been enjoying a coded private healthcare support, financial support, including jobs for their children, okay? Appointment and the rest of that within Yoruba land, within Yoruba political space. Many of them, they are surviving on the board appointments.
that they are getting from federal government of Nigeria, even though you won't see them. They don't go anywhere, but they are board members, board chairmen. That's what they are surviving on in the last 20 what? In the last 20 years. So many of them who they are being alive today to Tinubu. I'm not joking, like for real. This is like, so behind the scene, they need to come out. And if they want to come out, they have to come out so loud that this is Yoruba land. Even when Buhari to shekene to lule, to shekeji to lule, to sheketa to lule, to wasokun lori kiletin lori TV. Before Tinubu came to his aid. And he said, this time around, though, Yoruba lokan. And in this Yoruba land, lokan. So if he wants to get any, what do you call it? Any kind of endorsement, it has to be something loud and, and that's what they gave to him. To the point that they even played him Yoruba nation anthem. The same Yoruba land, that Bokwari and a Fulani terrorist, armed terrorist in Yoruba land forest have ravaged, ransacked, impoverished, and in fact, sent our own citizens into refugee camps in another country. But even when they killed the supposed leader of Afenifere, Factionalized, Tinubu was there. In defense of Bokwari, he said, don't let us tribalize or ethnicize these killings. And that's what they have been saying. Please don't do, stop it, Don't say Fulani, don't say majority, there are copycats. There are Yorubas too who are kidnappers. Let us talk about that one too, okay? You get what I mean now? As if to say that then cancel the evidence report which has prompted the Yoruba governor. So even though they have no resources to prosecute this idea of Yoruba defending Yoruba land, here you get, because of the threat of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land, which is evidence, right? Because of it, the Yoruba started the supposed state police, Amotekun. But Bokwari's government, that if Tinubu defend every now and then, right? Said they cannot carry arms to defend the Yoruba land. And you know why? So I'll come back to that. When they killed Factionalized's daughter, it was there to sympathize with him, and he warned, please don't make this the tribal and all that stuff, right? But let's go to the first faction of the people that endorsed Obi. You see, there's something people have said about southern Nigeria, which I am beginning to, I think I have known, but I'm beginning to believe more and more and more as the day unravels. Okay, Afeni Ferry, a divided Afeni Ferry, right, cannot take any serious political position in Nigeria that is going to make any serious impact anywhere. That is another one. I told you the first one. The first one about Afeni Ferry is that they don't speak for all the Yorubas. They are Yoruba leaders, so Yoruba think tanks and the rest of them, from their own, experience, but we know what they represent. Nobody can put wounds over our eyes anymore. Do you understand? We know who they are. But forever they have done, the first part is that they are not interested in Nigeria breaking up so that Yoruba can have an independence Yoruba region. No, Afenifere is not in support of that. That's number one. Okay. So the second, what do you call it? The second one is that they don't speak for all Yorubas. They speak for themselves, which they have the right to. In fact, they also have Yorubas who actually believe in them. But with what they have become, again, they don't speak for all Yoruba. Same thing from my experience, the Ohanese Ndigbo, They are not interested in Nigeria breaking up or Biafra happening. Okay, I'll tell you what they are interested in. I'll tell you what Afenifere said they are interested in. All of that are just bargaining chip to remain, part of the beneficiary of whatever crumbs Nigeria is offering the elite of your tribe. Okay, Ohaneze Ndigbo is not interested in breakup of Nigeria. Okay, and they don't speak for all the Igbos. They also speak for themselves. Okay, now back to Yoruba land. The what do you call it? The first faction said Obi came and Obi spoke to them. He told them his ideas. He told them about restructuring. He told them about almost everything they want to probably hear, right? Obi told them. But I have a clip of what he told them. If you are not in a hurry, right? This is what Obi told the first faction of Afenifere Yoruba, and they endorsed him, okay? Then I'll take you again to, I don't know what Tinubu told them, but it's like, it's Omowani Arawani, yeah? We'll get back to that. So let's go to the first part who endorsed Obi. What did he tell them? Just about 5 minutes if you have the time.
The money they borrowed in that month, is not up to 40% of what we lost. Because if you use, like I told them yesterday, I said, because I will use figure, you say, oh, let me use their own average. Because when you use a black market rate, they use the official rate. Sorry, I said everyone. For me, that rate doesn't exist. But in order to do their list yesterday, I said, okay, your own is 410, my own is 690. We put two of them together, 1,100, divide it into 550. Let's use 550 as our average. Use it to go and multiply 2,445,000. You have 1,344,750, 344,750,000,000 naira. That's what we lost in 1 month. That's the crisis we face in the country. And nobody cares because it's official stealing. Navy will clear the ship to come. Because no ship can come into our territory without the hands of Navy. SSS, everybody's in there. They will clear it to come. But that is Charade. Our debts are getting worse. Ask people who are in business. Tell me how this business is surviving. If not that we are faking ourselves. First 4 months of this year, our total revenue was 1,630,000,000,000. First 4 months, from January to April 30th. Our total expenditure within the same period was 4,720,000,000,000. So we had a deficit of 3.1 trillion. And how is this business surviving? Because we're just printing money and sharing. Which is just but that is by the way. That's not what we have. We are here for other things. And my solution, we are here to talk about the solution. Yesterday we were asked issue of restructuring. So some of you were there. First, somebody said to me, and I want everybody to go and watch that tape. Somebody said to me, well, that some other person was talking about restructuring. And I would have just said I concord with him and said, no, not like that. It's not about it. But I said, when a foundation is fought, go and listen to me on that tape. Everything you're building on it is fake. We are all in it, but we also in our own part doing what we want to do. And I believe that it is what is up for the president. Because when people say, oh, president, I tell everybody,
part knows that I tell him every day, and I tell everybody who is following me, it is when we win the election that we sit down, though he knows, I said to them, and the problem of Nigeria is that we come together, we agree, we shout, we do everything. Then after election, everybody goes home. That is the problem. If we had come to the park and decided we need everything, that's what we lost in 1 month. Within that month, federal government borrowed money to solve this money. I said, further, if you don't understand, Israel is 22.1, 22.2 square kilometers of land. Israel, 9 million people. 9 million. Total export last year was $59.8 billion. Almost 60 billion. We are 923. So even if we take 23 of our this time, give to Israel, we have 900,000 square kilometers. Take our population, cancel 10. We have 190. And they did more export than we did. I said, and you're telling me the way to fix dollar is to flog everybody? No, it's to put all these millions of people into production. You measure a country, not by measure, you measure a country not by measure or not by land, not by measure.
He really didn't have any answer on that restructuring. For real. He stylishly said, after election, as in, you know, we have to come together. But let me tell you, in a clear term, what he said, his own plan for restructuring is that it will require a constitutional change to restructure Nigeria, which is impossible. You see, Nigeria is a system of robbing Peter to pay Paul. A restructured Nigeria means everybody go carry his own pot of soup. If you like, cook beans. If you like, cook sand. If you like, cook whatever you want to, whatever you can afford is what you're going to eat. That is the point blank restructuring, which indeed is the unofficial breakup of Nigeria. And the only thing that glues Nigeria together is the resources that they are managing to extract from the place, sell off and loot, as well as the name that they can use to borrow, you know, the generations of futures to come. Like, just put them up for sale. That is the only brand they have to sell. And if you should say you want to restructure it, you know what that means, right? I'll tell you. The reason why restructuring is a fraud, and Obi knows that. But what he told them was that before they can do all of changing constitution, doing this, doing that, he will use his own presidential veto power. No, veto power. What do you call that power again? Presidential executive order. Abi, is that what you call it? Right. Executive order to release some power to the regions, to the state, to the local government areas, to give them some level, and, you know, which he can do temporarily, but one signature of another person can wipe it off in another 1 minute. So it's, you know, it is like say, what's they call that thing? Shana snake venom. No, be snake venom. There's something they called, like, when they want to sell bobo for you, when they want to scam you. And most of the time, you know, restructuring Nigeria is a very, very, very technical question and very, very complex one. And at the same time, it is a very straightforward one. Do you understand that? So every one of them see that as a banana peel. The likes of Tinubu and co, they know how to dance around it. And they have managed to dance around it several times. So when they asked Obi, it was like, you know, what we see is that once I become president, yeah, I can just use my presidential order and just give some power. For example, I can give the presidential order that the Amotekun should be carrying weapons and defend themselves. That is not law. Do you get that now?
and stuff like that. Just let me get that power so that I can do that. He has no National Assembly that is likely going to help him. Do you understand? Then he quickly jumped to his comfort zone, his forte, which is talking about numbers, talking about production, talking about money, business, and the rest of that. That is his forte. That is where he can, I mean, you know, it can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and you'll be like, wow. Oh, nah, Bobo. All for one Nigeria. One fair by. But it worked. The first faction of Afenifere, they stamped it. This is our candidate for equity and justice, Peter Obi.
The current president is a Fulani from the Northwest, and by virtue of the zoning arrangement that has governed Nigeria since 1999, power is supposed to return to the South imminently. The Southwest, as I have pointed out, has produced a president and currently sits as VP. The South House has spent a total of 6 years in the presidency, but the Igbo people of the Southeast have never tasted presidency in Nigeria, and now the power is due back in the South. Equity demands that it be ceded to the Igbo. We cannot continue to demand that the Igbo people remain in Nigeria while we at the same time continue to brutally marginalize and exclude them from the power dynamic. Peter Obi is the person of Igbo extraction that the Afenifere has decided to support and to back. He is the man we trust to restructure the country back to federalism on the assumption of office. We will not compromise this principle of justice, equity, and inclusiveness because one of our own, Tinubu, is a frontline candidate. It is on this principle we condemn the PDP for sponsoring Atiku Abubakar, a northern Fulani Muslim, to succeed General Muhammad Buhari, another Fulani Muslim who will soon complete 8 years of uneventful and disastrous rule. One can imagine such a high degree of political insensitivity. On our part, we are certainly not alien to sacrificing personal interests in the quest for a national coalition to put Nigeria on the proper pedestal. In this regard, the starting point is Southern solidarity, for which we first enacted a handshake across the Niger, which had dovetailed to the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum. We enjoyed the labor movement, students, youth organizations, women associations, and every institution whose foundation is built on fairness and justice to join hands in this task of enthroning a democratic government by supporting Peter Obi. If we are sincere and honest about keeping Nigeria together in peace, the slogan henceforth should be to keep Nigeria one. Everybody should be Obidati compliant. Until this government is changed, until you put Obidati in power, you have no government at all. Is it ABC that will do it for you? Or is it Atiku? They are all spent force. And they all rely on the fact that they know how to read the election. But we are waiting for them. This government must be changed to have peace.
Baba de Banjo. Baba. I mean, can I say that Baba no talk true when they said Obi has promised them that he was going to, he's going to restructure Nigeria. Okay, I won't say that because I don't want to insult anybody tonight, okay? So instead of saying the Agbalagba Paro, I will just say that no fitara true. You know what you use Kofitara true. So that was how Obi, that's why they said all Yorubas should become Obi Dati compliant. Sure, you see why my own job is so serious and so difficult now. Hey, Maiyegun, we have been talking all this while. We should have done more. We need action. This Yoruba nation. Look at Yoruba elders. They said people should go and be Obi Dati. How my own job go call easy? I know they there. Then they there. People see them. They listen to them. Abi. Because somebody said he's going to restructure Nigeria. Obi will restructure Nigeria. Obi will not get clue of how to even restructure anything. Because he knows restructuring Nigeria is breaking up of Nigeria. No joke. But Baba came out, Baba said, Obi has told them that he's going to do it and all of that. You know, oh, come on, man. Anyway, that's how he got his endorsement. But when Tinubu heard of it, or there is no name that Lagos Abobakus, there is no name that they didn't call this Baba. Ah, this is, you know, that stuff. The real Afeni Ferries are going to call Tinubu soon. But I want will Afeni Ferry. I want will Afeni Ferry.
I want will Afeni Ferry. I want Afeni Ferry.
Lagos Abobakus. Ẹkú ìpàdé Àkúrẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀yin aláìlójútì. But nevertheless, ta la Afeni Ferry, àwa la Afeni Ferry.
Àwọn wo la Afeni Ferry náà? Ta la Afeni Ferry, àwa la Afeni Ferry.
So, the last time, well, not the last time. The last time it was in Ondo, it was in a war, and he gave them 50 million naira after the terrorist attack in war. But before then, prior to that, talking about the insecurity that the Yoruba land we are facing, you know, it's sad. Even though they love to deny it and live in denial of it, including Tinubu, for political reasons. They don't want to offend Bokwari. 5 years. Is it up to 5 years now? That's quite a while. 2017. I know. They killed the daughter of the man who happened to be the former leader of Afenifere. You see those ones who are with Obi? The Yorubas who are with Obi? No, they are not Afenifere. So now the people with Tinubu, they are the Afenifere. In their book, the Yoruba land, there are so many of you. You don't know how much you have indirectly hurt that land.
because of your politics, the politics of your stomach, the politics of your greed, selfishness, and self-centeredness. Look at Yoruba land. Look at your children. Look around you. Look how you are living. And just look around you and check and see if you are proud of what these rogues have done in the last 23 years in Yoruba land. I know the damages have been done already. There's nothing I will say to you that will probably make you see the light, but something will touch you. Something which kind of, get you to see it eventually. So today, it was in Ondo, but when I was checking about all that happened in Ondo today, this is the first one that came to my mind. 4 years ago, where are the cows? 5 years ago, 2022, Tinubu finally meets the cows. A throwback, ladies and gentlemen, for when they killed the daughter of Factionalized, Funke Arakunrin, by the Fulani terrorists. Yeah.
It's seriously sad and unacceptable. But nobody can return alive. She has answered the call. Be it Christian or Muslim, we all accepted that it's certain we're going to die one day. We don't know which date. But we must not use this incident to divide ourselves. We must use it as a cure to the security problem. Additional police, additional patrol, and additional security reinforcement along our road in the various blind spots. It is necessary. We have discussed that among the various authorities, and the government is eminently aware and being proactive about it. The security challenges are numerous across this country. We have to fight across this country. We have to fight it. We are going through that period. More police are being recruited. But it takes time to train and deploy to various areas. Being stretched. Nobody prepares more than themselves for this. But if you look at Samvara, you look at Socio, you look at Equity, you look at Ondo, you look at all, then we have to fight poverty, unemployment, and all that causes that might lead people to crime. Equally, create opportunity to combat this tragedy to prosperity. It has been destined that that is the way she will go. You can't change what is ordained by God. You cannot change it. One way or the other. It should be dead by road accident or any other means, she will. Let's just say premature death. But that is very close to me. I've disclosed that one. You don't have to exhibit it. Only 4 or 5 days ago, we had our chat. We are on WhatsApp to one another. I know what we, discuss. I know what we even discuss about Babati's health conditions. So we just pray that this one will not happen again.
People are worried that these attackers are some of which are even Are you not concerned about this?
Excuse me, I am extremely concerned about security. Okay? I don't want a stigma. I can go through history of kidnapping, and you are matured enough. We know how it started, where it all started. There are a lot of copycats. How many years ago have we faced insecurity in this country and cases of kidnapping? It's Evans who was arrested and
Is Evans too was also an artsman. But let me give you an example of the artsmen and what they have done. That even the Yoruba leaders, I don't think they care, or maybe they are too old to even know that this happened in Ogun State.
Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country. That's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that.
By force.
By force. It's not by willingness.
Women. Oh, man or women. How much are us, man or women?
Only you. Only you.
Are dying here.
Both the women and men migrated from that area to this.
No.
And
How
then
much?
people died.
But I say how many people they killed there?
Okay.
There are few many people, but that our many people, many people have lost their lives. Many people have lost
People are still migrating because of that. At Bondudu and all other areas.
What happened?
It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow.
They are killing the people.
Anyhow. They will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to the people.
All family. And when you are coming here, you ask for you can speak for the committee. Yeah? You know that you understand. Take a place, one committee, and take it the people who come to the village and take it as here. Are you understand?
Le voilà encore. Le voilà.
And the women take 5 persons in the community. 5 persons in the community. The young, the women,
Man.
I know some of the Lagos Sabobakus who are possibly seeing that video for the first time. Probably some of you who still have souls in you. You probably feel like, oh my God, when was that? When did that happen? Well, it has happened over a year ago now, when the Fulani terrorists who have been terrorizing the people of Yewa South, Yewa North in Ogun State, and the communities in those local government areas, women, children, aged, people who couldn't make it out were slaughtered and killed, and your news didn't even report it. Yorubas slaughtered in Yoruba land by Fulani terrorists. Those who survived gave their report, and they are still in Benin Republic now. Over 40,000 people, refugees from Nigeria, from Yoruba land, currently in Benin Republic, running away, who have run away from their communities, and so many are still running away from their communities as we speak. They can't even talk about it. Are you with me? Anyway, let's go to Ondo. Ondo, where Tinubu received a grand welcome, and they told him he needs to go and bring that trophy home. Okay. Let's first go to when he got to Ondo. This part, this short one. That's when he got in. He finally made it out. It was like so jam-packed. And you haven't seen anything, no? It was an assemblage of who is who in the Yoruba socio-political Afenifere. Seyi Makinde sent a representative. And just like that, like, you know, it's like a big roll call. Yoruba want to show that some said that Maiyegun na di kunkushi na di. I said, well, that's, you have to like explain that. But you might be right, because I remember that the man that flew the flag of a supposed Yoruba political party, the first supposed authentic Yoruba political party, Alliance for Democracy, AD, the first presidential candidate, somebody that possibly could have been your first democratic president in 1999, Olufalaye. But, you know, Nigeria happened, okay? It wasn't the choice of the owners of Nigeria. So Obasanjo was the choice. So Falaye, that represented the Yorubas, won the elections of the Yorubas, but he didn't become president. Life happened to Baba Falaye after that. Baba became, maybe I should just say it, you know, like, you know, just say it as it is. Baba became political jobber after that. Like, to survive, to live, to sustain the old age, and, you know, all that stuff, right? He would need to have to soil his own hands. He floated a new political party, SDP,
after Alliance for Democracy, right? And he became a prominent, maybe, I don't know if he's the founder or he's just one of the founders, but he shall become one of their, So in 2011, Naso Baba collected the own rubber from Jonathan of PDP, right? But now the 2015 own can't open the yansh of our supposed elder statesman. Again, I don't want abuse because they say I don't know that. I mean, I like to abuse, but I'm not abusing. I'm just saying it as it is, kind of, yeah. Now 2015 can open a yansh when anyone can collect a follow-up payment from Jonathan. This time around, they sent him to Dasuki. Dasuki cut him small cake. When Bokwari and APC, including Tinubu and Co, when they came in, they can't drag Baba said Drossi. Baba Olufalaye. Baba, you collected money. Come here. You collected money from Jonathan 2015. You are supposed to be SDP party leader. How come you can't sell your party, collect 500 million? Baba, come here. Meanwhile, they said that Baba collected like 1 billion. Oh, no, sorry, 500 million. Okay. So when they gave Baba 500 million in Abuja, when Baba got to his, when he got to Akure, he picked up the phone and he said, hello, I just came back from Abuja. He called the meeting of SDP leaders to tell them the return of Abuja. What is the report? Why did the president say he won't see you? So Baba returned to Akure, call his other SDP leader, South SDP leader, Nigeria. Baba contacted them, say, Jonathan call is asking for their support. But he talks saying no to get money. Say, may they manage 200 million. As him be so, as the elder, he no need any shishi. May they take him, but he go advise them how to share the money from Jonathan. You will give 100 million to the party. And you, elders, you can go and share 100 million. Me, no. I'm an elder. I don't want to get myself involved in, thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba Olufalaye. Kekpe fun wa o, eyin agbalagba, epe o, egbo, agbára Ọlọ́run, gbogbo iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá á jẹ́ o, gbogbo ìyà tẹ́ jẹ, Ọlọ́run á ṣe lójú ẹ̀mí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. All those fake aduras that some of you are praying, ojú ayé aduras. Some of us know say they be ojú ayé aduras, alátẹnujẹ ló pọ̀ jù nù yín. Or just dumb ignorant. You know what I mean? Like dumb ignorant who actually don't have a clue. It's either of the two. Or you know what is going on. I don't want to abuse or insult anybody. I didn't mention names, okay? Baba collected 500 million, delivered 200 million. Now, when the normal, maybe that was what he did in the 2011. We don't know. Now, when they tell Baba, say, Baba, EFCC, they come, they go bring an coffee. How much you collect? We are reading it in the paper that you collected 1 billion. No, I did not collect a dime. How dare them? I just supported Jonathan as a father to son. You know, the usual initial gra. IGG. Olufalaye, our elder statesman, about. You see, the reason why sometimes I don't have any respect for some of these people, and some of you will say, you need to respect elders. I agree. We have to respect elders, right? But how do you respect thieves? No, can you call your father thieves? My father didn't collect money from politicians to deceive his own people. He never did that. If your papa be one of them, then you will say, are you trying to call my papa thief? Just say that now. Your papa be the thief. My papa no get that chance. Hey, your papa is because your papa no get chance. Oh, now your papa get the chance, Abi. You consider here the complaints in Nigeria was you the mentor. Me and you the complaints in Nigeria was everything was. All this bad. So your papa not thief. Where they collect part of the share, Abi. You can't look at me and say your papa. Is it because your own papa no collect from it? Maiyegun, that's why you are angry. Should I be happy if my papa? Yeah. Anyway, Baba, you collected 1 billion. No, I would never. What is all this nonsense? It's blackmail. I'm going to sue the Nation newspaper. I'm going to sue Punch. Baba, no fit sue anybody. But it's okay. Yeah. Baba, you better call Abuja.
if they come, Akure come pick you, the old people not gonna say you they tell the truth. Go Abuja now. Abba quickly go Abuja and he said, it's true. Something just, something happened. But Baba, now 500 million you collect. What's happened to the 300 million? Let me explain. That's what I want to explain to you, my son. I'm trying to explain to you that, do you understand? Papa, you don't say anything now. Which one is like this, and then do I understand what happened to 300 million? That's how Olufalaye deranked himself. For those who are smart, but for those of you who are like future thieves, awaiting criminals, those of you are waiting for your turn. Nigeria, turn by turn, Nigeria Limited. One way they once told me, you this Maiyegun, we'll wait for you in the future. So you think you have a big mouth, you can talk to our leaders anyhow. One day you come back home and say you want to contest for something. I say, oh, Loshi, by the time somebody like me will say I want to come and contest, you won't even see. Hunger is the reason why you are all suffering Stockholm syndrome in Nigeria. The fear of hunger has made many of you to bury your brains. And because of that, by the time somebody like me say, okay, make myself go rob them. You see, I do live broadcast. My videos are like in thousands. You can quote me anytime. There's nothing I'm saying right now that I can't say anytime. Do you understand? I have told you, if you see my poster anywhere and say Maiyegun for governor, I just want to take my own turn. Do you understand what that means? They come, you know what I mean? In this your Nigeria, turn by turn Nigeria Limited. I'm not coming to fix your life. Forget it. Because I will never have that chance of fixing your life. The job I'm going to be given is to make your life worse. Do you get that? You this Maiyegun, you're abusing our leader. We are elders. Whatever the elders see sitting down. A small boy cannot stand. If he climb down to 10,000 story. Last, the 300 million we don't know if he collect from Olufalaye hand. Now the Fulani terrorist kidnap him on his own farm. Baba. Sorry, Jare, Baba. That one is not something I have to laugh at you. But they hear that you collected 500 million from Jonathan. Then cut the deal behind the scene. They say, may they no harass you. You be a that statement. May they do you jeje. You said you will return some of it. I don't know, maybe you returned everything or not. So the kidnappers in Yoruba land brought in by Fulani terrorist Bokwari, as well as Tifnumbu, APC, Egbekegbe. They kidnapped Falaye 2 times. 2 times they kidnapped him. Breaking news, they have kidnapped the pro-Yoruba Afenifere leader, Olufalaye. Hey, me they no kid this babao. That is the result. That's why I said everything you do have consequences. So if I see Olufalaye talking again, as old as he is, sorry, Baba, as old as you are, your words don't really mean anything. But in Nigeria, they mean a lot to somebody like Tifnumbu, especially for the photo op in a place that if believed that many of you, I mean, they pay your hospital bill. Some of you don't even feed well anymore. I have to put you on a monthly stipend for the past 3, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. You have to pay me back. Emi Lokon. Do you remember that? This message from Tifnumbu actually covered the Afeni Ferry, the Yoruba, the Ohanese, and everybody who was eating from his hands. Just same way he reminded them in Ogun State. We are coming back to Ondo again. Just a flashback.
Tí o bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí tẹlifíṣàn. Pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bá ń Kaduna wa rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àdúró tiẹ̀. Wà á dẹ̀ wọlé. Nǹkan kan ní pé o ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ṣeré. Ó dẹ̀ gbà. Àtijọ́ tó rẹ̀ ti débẹ̀. Mi ò gba mínísítà. Mi ò gba contract. mi tọrọ ọbẹ̀, mi tọrọ gàrí, mi tọrọ fúra lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, mi dẹ̀ ìyàwó ń bẹ̀. Mo wá ní lọ́tẹ̀ yìí o, Yorùbá ló kàn. Tá a bá dẹ̀ sa Yorùbá náà, èmi ló kàn. Eléyìí tí mo protect àwọn ọmọ tí mo gbé dání tó, èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe present. Mi ò fẹ́ kán pa mí mọ́tàn.
Kọlu, èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe president. That's so Kọlu started playing the card of Yoruba ló kàn. Even if you want me to sing an anthem, kí ló fi ń ṣe èèyàn? Ó yá, ọmọ Oòduà dìde Kọlu. That is the anthem. Tinubu is his own turn to use Yoruba as his own political survival card, even if the Yorubas are bleeding and bleeding and will continue to bleed simply because of the greed of this selfish few. But seems like now your destiny. Olufalaye, Chief Olufalaye, elder statesman in Yoruba and English, reminded Tinubu that they would rather stay alive and wait for him to bring the trophy, which is to become president. As Tinubu said, he said, Èmi ló kàn, èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe president or president.
Stand ready. And the Bashemo at 84. Ojo Jimmy, yet to Koda, ṣùgbọ́n àmọ̀ràn tó lọ́n bá fún wa àṣetán to make that available. I've always said that to past governments of Nigeria. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, nítorí pé unlike most Nigerians, unlike most of you here, I have spent my entire life serving Nigeria. So my life is invested in the Nigerian project. So apart from being a citizen interested in the success of the nation, as a public officer throughout my life, I don't want my life's investment to be wasted. Oh, yes. So I have a double reason for wishing Nigeria well. I wish you well. When you bring the trophy, I'll be here sitting by Baba. About the we'll be here far beyond the inauguration.
Like it's a done deal, Bola. Don't worry. It's a done deal. We are going to be here. Like they said, just like he said, they all have investments in Nigeria. They are all drawing money one way or the other, secretly, publicly. Some of them you don't know, some of them you do, right? If you cut off Nigeria today, now these people go first bleed to death. Now, so you go, they see somebody where they call chief, or they call a rich man senator. When they will begin to sell off everything they managed to steal from Nigeria or gain from serving Nigeria. You see, I served Nigeria all my life, and they wish Nigeria well, they say. They all say they wish Nigeria well. She not the country where you wish well. Now, so it's supposed to be. If you ask Boko Haram now, he will tell you, I wish Nigeria well. If you ask Pastor Ruga, he would say, I wish Nigeria. If you ask all these criminals, they will say they wish Nigeria well. But she the country where they wish well. Now, so they be. Is that how a country that the leaders actually really wishes well? Is that how the country looks like? Is that how it? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we don't know how much they pay Falaye, but I can tell you this free of hand. Like, Falaye is Yoruba, Tinubu is Yoruba, okay? But all that's in there, they don't come for free. You can take that to the bank, okay? However, there's this guy who came. Is the deputy governor to Seyi Makinde, right? And I think I have a clip. Yeah, I think I do, where he's introduced. Listen.
Represented by the deputy governor, Excellency. This symbolizes that when Yoruba lójó kò bí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ kọ́ là ń sọ. Yoruba fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Yoruba fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá bá sọ níbi àṣẹ máa gùn ni. Ọmọ na money they talk o. That's why they said that whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. Do you understand that? So let's hear from Mr. Deputy Governor representing Seyi Makinde. Okay, listen to him.
Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n ṣojú àwọn torí pé lánàá the current CJN of Nigeria Olúwakáyọ̀dé Ariwọlá a ṣe reception fún gbogbo àwọn Supreme Court justices lọ́dẹ̀ wà nìbàdàn títí di àárọ̀ yìí ìdí nìyí tó àṣẹlẹ̀ wá bí wọ́n ní kí n tọrọ gáfárà ṣùgbọ́n ní pàtàkì jùlọ wọ́n ní bàbá lídà wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ló pe àwọn wọ́n ẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ pé àwọn kọ́mọ̀jẹ̀ wọn ní pè mo láti wá síbí láti ṣojú gómìnà tó bàbá mi náà nìyí o. Number 2, nígbà tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá là ń sọ adẹ̀ láti ṣojú gómìnà tó bàbá mi náà nìyí o. Number 2, nígbà tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá là ń sọ adẹ̀ ní àṣà àdètò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀yin bàbá wa ó ṣe bí òwe o ẹni tọmọdé bá ṣubú àwọ̀ wájú tágbà bá ṣubú àwọ̀ ẹ̀yìn kí ló wò lẹ́yìn. Mo rò pé aṣíwájú ló wá sọ kínní yẹn ní bí 2004 nìbàdàn àṣẹ meeting South West AG wọ́n ní okùn kan tó kọ́ àgbàlagbà lẹ́sẹ̀ ló ń wò lẹ́nu. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́ bá ń ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tí ì pe Ọ̀yọ́ sí tó pé ẹ dá mi lóhùn o. Ìdí nìyí tí a fi ara wa hàn lónìí. Ẹ sì rí i pé látìgbà tí gómìnà wa lọ́yọ̀ọ́ state tó jẹ́ ọmọ gbogbo tó ti di gómìnà kò fi ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣeré. Kò sígbà tí bàbá pè wọ́n tó ń jẹ́ wọ́n pè. Kò sígbà tó ń ṣe nǹkan bóyá lábẹ́ Afẹ́nifẹ́re àbí lábẹ́ ìgbìmọ̀ míì ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí ẹnjìníà Mákindé tí ó kù dá sí. Now, ẹgbẹ́ ò pawápọ̀ o, ṣùgbọ́n ìran pawápọ̀. Níbi eléyìí báyìí, iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n wá fi sí mi lẹ́nu ni pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní tẹ́ bá ń ṣe àwọn kọ̀wọ́ sí.
Clear and not hardy. Clear and not hardy. And we promise you, sir, that we follow Asiwaju here after the election with the trophy, and you will be alive. We are proud of Asiwaju's achievement. We are proud that he's from our race, but he's a Nigerian. And we will file behind him to ensure total victory come February by the special grace of God. We won't disappoint you. And with Asiwaju in the saddle, as she will sail into safe harbor in the mighty name of Jesus. And our prayer is that you'll be alive to witness this. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Tsoho ba za ka iya ba. Tsoho ba za ya iya ba. Tsoho ba za ka iya ba. Nauyi ba zai sauke ba. Tsoho ba za ka iya ba. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Tana da sauƙin ci tubus-tubus. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Gyaɗa tubus-tubus ko ko gyaɗa marau-marau. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Ku ji sakarcin masu tsintsiya. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Sai ku sa masa namkin da rariya. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Yan kasa dole su nuna turjiya. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus. Hannuwa na ga suna mamar-mamar. Ga gyaɗa tubus-tubus.
APC ta bare.
Na ga shi ke ba da kai gida. Gwamnatin rashawa da halin guda. Yanzu dai za ku kife a gargada. Dole ganga a hada da amada.
He's singing his praise. So the guy they sing. If you understand that, honestly speaking, you probably will say, Maiyegun, come on, remove him now. But we'll come back to that. So Ondo State was a rap. That's what they will say. Ondo was a rap today. Tinubu had what he paid for, and he got the home comfort that will make him feel like indeed. I mean, what else do you need? Is the one who actually pulled the most, the most people in Yoruba land together to give that endorsement, but the man that is going to work with Tinubu doesn't even believe in what these Afenifere are known for. Restructuring? Nah, restructuring my put.
And we are competing with our brothers.
Elon Musk is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring. Let's improve on the quality of governance. Let's work for the people.
To hell with restructuring. To hell with restructuring my foot. You as Yorubas, they are telling you restructuring, how to make your life better is when Nigeria is restructured, so that Tinubu and Co can deliver what they promised you in 2015 and you believe them. Anyway, if you can believe somebody like this, who am I to question what you believe again?
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand as consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
Yes or no? Anybody who can cock a gun, who can clean the gun, can fix a tractor in the farm. Do you get that? So Baba is telling you that all you have to do is recruit 50 million youths into the army. Some of them will be growing the cassava, agbado, gari, and the rest of that. Others will be cleaning, will be shooting guns to fight the terrorists. You will develop skills. You can repair tractor and the rest. Almost 5 million. China said no get 5 million soldiers. But again, it is what you have. Have you listened to Obi? Obi is somebody that if you want to battle him, just talk about numbers. Okay, how you can use number, right, to solve problems is so good in that. But I beg you, take him to the nitty-gritty of what is actually the reason why Nigeria is unable to utilize a number or even our own resources to better our own people, right? The reasons why, which is beyond just what they are stealing. The money you see them stealing, right? That's traditional. That is deliberate reason why Nigeria should not grow. Nigeria should not attain its growth. It is deliberate. As long as it is together like that. It's, they are packaging a thief. Anyway, that happened. The people, the two pair who want to, who are like Emiloko in Yoruba and the rest, up north, they are not campaigning for, they are not campaigning for Tinubu per se. Some of them they said they are campaigning for Shetima. Because according to them, now this guy could be your president. So that you want restructuring nonsense that they have been saying since the birth of your own parents. Your parents, when they are like in their teens, they have been hearing about Nigeria restructuring, and the Yorubas, Southerners, have been the forefront campaigners for restructuring in Nigeria. Many of those who campaign for restructuring, some of them have become governors, they have become a minister, senator, here and there. Everybody just chop, claim out, what's restructuring? Restructuring my puts. And this guy could be your next vice president.
Elon Musk is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring. Let's improve on the quality.
To hell with it. And that's it. I mean, it's not hiding it. It belongs to the power block and is more kind of positioned to be your next vice president. I don't have control over that. Somebody wanted me to talk about Shore. I have told you, okay? So many of you who still come on to MaiyegunsDiary Politico, right? And you are still here trying to think
that talking about APC or people destroying people, right, and not talking about others, right, is being biased. I have told you, I am 100% biased against the rigged system, the establishment, every player in it, whether they are in PDP, APC, Labour, or anywhere you find them. For Sowore, Sowore hasn't done anything wrong to any one of you. And I've said it many times that one of the first places he told us that if you go out there to go and get a PVC because of their charade election, what you are getting is called poverty validation card. In essence, he agreed with us on this platform that your election, your charade that you call election, a waste of time, waste of life, waste of resources that will end up leading you to the same, what do you call it, the same destination, is a waste of time. And until the people are allowed to decide if they actually want election or they want to discuss their, their involvement and the participation in a country that they have told them all their lives is their country, but they have no idea how it's been run because they have no clue where they belong to in there. So when Sowore turned around and said he wants to be president again, it is out of respect of, you know what? Good luck, oh, Mr. Sowore. Okay? So rather than us trying to say, this is what you want to do, this is what you don't want to do, this is what you're doing and all of that, yeah? In our own temple here, to us, Sowore is not running for president that needs us here because it would just be like us walking back on our words, which is something we don't do. Then talking about being biased, I can tell you that the characters that make up your Al-Qaeda People's Congress, who currently hold your lives, your affair, and they have ruined it, they are mostly responsible for everything that is happening in Nigeria and everything that people are getting away in that place as well. Now, if something is going to change, talking about law and order, respecting your law, obeying it, and then punishing those who violate your law and the rest, if they are a good example, today, corruption would have probably almost to near zero. Abi? Your, what do you call it? Your law, so to say, should I say, all the record of the abuses, assaults, the killings, and all that comes with these criminals, right? And the fact that you can't even stage your displeasure in your own country, they ensured of that. So they are responsible for that. But some of you are already brukus, like the people you defend as well. Sometimes when you come here to come and look for just, or should I say, fair presentation against the people who wake up every day and go to bed every night, and what they do and think is how to ruin your life. And if you don't believe it, look at what they have done to you in the last 8 years. Do you actually really think I'm going to sit down here and start telling you about what Sowore will likely make your life be, or what Obi will make your life be, or what Atiku is going to make your life be, when I can actually spend all my night to tell you how dumb and how foolish many of you are defending the same people who have ruined everything that you could probably hold on to in Nigeria. The division you are witnessing today in Nigeria is the handiwork of APC. The poverty you are witnessing in Nigeria today is the handiwork of APC. The legalization of corruption in Nigeria today that you are witnessing is the handiwork of APC. The ethnic cleansing, tribal cleansing, and tribal profiling, gaslighting that you are witnessing today in Nigeria is the handiwork of APC. The terrorism that is enveloping Nigeria today, you know, we all know this story. Do you really want me to now say, oh, Atiku should have come and help you defend the terrorists and chase them away? Or do you want me to come and discuss how Obi did not do his best to help you end insecurity or end poverty in Nigeria? That's why I say, some of you don't take responsibility, by the way. Do you get that now? So don't come on to MaiyegunsDiary Politico and ask for, what do you call it? And ask for fear. What do you call it? They call it fear present. Fear treatment. Sowore has never signed a check, okay, that looted your money, ever. He's never been part of those who discussed your budget. He's never been part of delegation who borrowed money on your behalf. He's never written any law for you. that you can say, but Sowore also did this. Olori Brukunyi. The only offense of Sowore is that he spent almost all his life fighting the criminals that many of you are worshiping. And you continue to worship them. That is his offense. Do you get that now? So there's no way you can bring him in except if you want to have somebody to blame for your unfortunate existence. But blame Sowore too now. How? That is the one that made your electricity generation impossible. That is the one that increased your unemployment in Nigeria. Blame Obi too. Obi, when Obi was Anambra, Olori Brukuni, you say. You don't get it. You don't get it. So you have 7 years where you have a fake law. Then you have what do you call? You have a jihadist government right before your eyes. You watch them. They destroyed your economy. You watch them, right? They looted you blind. You watch them. You watch them. They are profiling other people in Nigeria, killing them, just giving reasons to kill them. You see all of this. Now, everywhere is divided. People don't like themselves anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah? People can't tolerate themselves anymore. Your political representatives are every day fueling this division because that's where their power comes from. So you, Olori Brukwashiris, now want me to talk about Atiku. Why Atiku is not stopping the division of it's not Yawiri. That's why I said that, when people destroying people, when they were there, right? Before they metamorphosed into APC. When people destroying people were there, they had a chance for 16 years to put Nigeria on the path of true federalism. The one that would have doused the tension that this one Nigeria has created. They know about it, but they didn't do anything. Rather, they mortgaged our future as well. But they were not as divisive as this mindless and heartless rogues that you call the APC. Some of you don't know that you probably don't even have empathy. The moment you say, I am not APC member, but I just like Olori Brukuni. Oh, come on. Some of you don't know that over time, once it's so you are cold-hearted, you have no empathy, you have no sympathy, you have no real feeling. The only thing you feel, or in fact, what makes you feel joy is when you see people hurting in agony. And you can laugh and say, yes, they are being punished. So for 7 years, they divided Nigeria. For 7 years, they skyrocketed or escalated the level of insecurity in Nigeria across, it. In 7 years, over 80 million of you became jobless. In 7 years, over 128 million of you falls into the despicable basket of poverty. You became poverty capital of the world. So you want me to come and sit down here? And start talking about, because I want to talk about, well, if I choose, I want to talk about APC. The Olori Bruku, Al-Qaeda People's Congress. Then you want to feel like I should not be by. I have chosen the category by category. What is going on in Nigeria today, if you want to see a difference where there is law and order, where there is actually like a national cohesion, unity, punishment for corruption, right? Where policemen are actually like a duty bound and doing what they have to do. Where politicians are being held responsible for their own misdemeanors and the rest of that, right? Where law and order is in place, where everybody actually feels like something is running. Do you think Nigeria will be this divided? Do you really think so? But the politicians who did all of this are saying you are overreacting and you Olori Bruku licking their asses. You want me to not be biased? They are killing innocent people. I should not be biased. To APC. If na Peter Obi, tomorrow, if na Peter Obi, you make your press idiot. Are you with me? Now waiting they happen. We end up on his own head as well. And everybody around him. But because it is Nigeria, this is the reason why I've been telling people, don't waste your time. Do not waste your time. Nigeria is destined for doom in the hands of these rogues. But when I say doom, it means that the whole contraption is not sustainable. So when you finish lying to yourself, eventually the bubble will burst. When the bubble finally bursts, Abi, everybody will go their separate ways. It's not because we seriously want that, but because the act and the actions of the criminals in charge of Nigeria, everything they do every day, in open and in secret, yeah, they are the ingredient that will break up Nigeria. Not me, not you, not what you say, not what you don't say. You can pray for Nigeria from now till eternity. When they continue with what they are doing, the bubble will burst. It's just that I don't know if you are ready for it. So whether Natif could they make your president, whether Obi, whether Tinubu, you are headed for the same iceberg. And you know what happened when your ship hits the iceberg? It will sink. That's what I see. Because you know what? You cannot build something on nothing. They have managed to hold on to this for so long, but it's all lies. But they are coming now and coming together and coming together. And when they come together, finally, like make the whole sense, boom, they'll go their separate ways. Do you get that now? So don't worry about me. I mean, they are already cooking, they are already cooking Atiku for you. But there's something that is actually so ridiculous, by the way. Wait, there's this picture from Ondo, right? Where the elders have prayed for Tinubu. Some of them are in their 90s and 80s, so they are never going to be here, okay? When your dollar turned to 1,200 naira, 1,500 naira to £1 or 1,000 naira to $1, you will leave it, you will suffer it. So yeah, good luck with that. But there's something that has been like a jolting me. I don't know if it's just me or some of you have actually noticed as well, right? Atiku is in America. Agreed. Yeah? Atiku in America, and we have seen him with one woman, which they said she is undersecretary in somewhere in America, ministry, whatever. But I've been asking myself, like, I mean, normal, okay, right? Is in America. We should have seen the video of him addressing the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I've been searching for that. I haven't seen any. Even Dino Melaye, he has posted a video where he's telling people that APC no get shame. They're not supposed to campaign. But I never seen any clip of Atiku in America. Any video of Atiku addressing a meeting, doing something, talking about his program, talking about his security, all that stuff they said he's going to do. In Nigeria, come on. You see me, it's just that most of the time, na me una they come here, come they vent your anger on. Okay, na me you go come here, come they blame me, come they abuse me, come they attack me for waiting I no do, but for waiting these people for waiting these rogues cook where they come they serve you. I mean serve all of you. So when you come chop on, when the belly they turn you, you come to MaiyegunsDiary Politico. When I start talking, you start blaming me. Shut up your mouth. You just sit down abroad. What have you done for us? What have you done for the poor people? Turn around. Like that. Then you come here to come and vent your frustration on me, blame me, say things, and say this one is the person who want to destroy Nigeria. This Maiyegun is the one who want to break and the rest of that. I'm used to that. Right? But I'm asking you now, because I know that whether na Obi, whether na Atiku, whether na Tinubu, you are headed for the same rock. Some of you are not prepared for this. But don't worry. Una go live and experience them. Atiku is in America. And we haven't seen anywhere that Atiku is addressing the American Congress or American this and telling them, they said he's talking about security in Abuja, insecurity in Abuja, so they are discussing everything in America right now. He's meeting with what can they say? Like, is Atiku is now meeting with the people we left Nigeria with? I don't understand. Do you? I got this picture when he arrived. Like somebody will won't go meeting. Yeah? They say this person on their secretary, like somebody will be deputy secretary or deputy minister or something in America, in Washington. Right? Then they were telling, okay, we're going for a meeting. everybody, yeah, motion picture. Oh, yeah, sorry, shawani on aware. You know that this shamini on aware is a special photography request. Okay, if you go to if you go to a party, right? If you go to any party and you see a photographer, so the photographer is now everywhere taking pictures. Now you can tell the photographer and say, "See, my brother, come here. You can just get maybe 20 pounds or 10 pounds or $10 or $100. Depends how rich you are. Me, now I will give you 5 pounds if I give you any at all, but I won't give you anything because I don't get money. I'll wrap you. About come now. Are you the official photographer?" I say, "Yeah, you are." My brother, if you do me one favor, what do you think about this outfit? Say, "Baba, you look good, oh. This one go good for portrait too. About kill a few. Why should brother? Sorry, shamini on a we con. I go just pretend say I dey talk. You go just shami on a way. Shami on a way be marrying. I will choose any fine one. Now, so Atiku enter somewhere. We don't know the place. They say, "Oh yeah, much action." On our way, they pretend to say that they talk. So, so we pretend like we are talking, going for a meeting. We do all of that, all that stuff. Then after the meeting, let us take a group picture. We've discussed about Nigeria. Now the people who left Nigeria be this now. Are this not the same people who left Nigeria? So Atiku went to America to go and meet the same people he left Nigeria with. If you have the answer, you can send it to me. I want to see all of that. He's in America. You like to see him with other other Nigerians. They be Nigerians are not there. Washington again. They don't invite you or they don't pay you. I'm not sure if they will pay or not. So Reno Mokri was there as well. So I want to see things. Reno should take pictures, take videos to show Atiku in meetings. But the pictures they are sending are the pictures of Atiku meeting Tambua, Atiku meeting Saraki, Atiku meeting Dino, Atiku meeting Reno. Waiting they happen. What is the SOP now? It's all validation. Just let's get the validation. We'll go our way. Okay. So I bet that's exactly what they are doing. Showore Magashi, somebody is asking for you, is asking of you from me today. Showore is my brother, is my friend, and I personally kind of wish him well. I wish him all the best in whatever he chooses as well. But I know that at the moment he chooses Nigeria to rescue Nigeria and the rest of that, to us, out of respect, we just took him out of the bracket like, Baba, why you can't do like this now? But they say there are other Nigerianists in the revolution, in the movement, and out of respect, they have to keep them together, and they call it Showore Magashi. Do you know how long it took me to even remember the guy's name? That's Showore's vice. That's how much to let you know that to us, now February 25, I've been February 30. No, sorry, February 28, all this, I won't be president, I don't want to be president, Showore will be back to us. Are you with me? And Aluta go continue. Because they don't tell us, say, Tinubu go be your president, but it's going to further trivialize and then divide Nigeria. So everybody go come back to the trenches, Abi, whatever happens. Now, Atiku is there. I don't know. Apart from just the change of clothes and the rest, right? We don't know who is Atiku talking to, and what is Atiku telling them after meeting them, for the fact that we are following everybody everywhere. We chase everybody. Say, wait till that will talk. Maiyegun, you don't hear? Like Obi told them in Lafia that Nigeria, 200 million people, did not qualify for World Cup. Which kind of failure be that? Hey! With that, they say, China supposed to go World Cup every 4 years. So I've been every 2 years, I don't know. FIFA World Cup, they say China supposed to go, India supposed to go. But nevertheless, they say Obino de Pechishi. But he's still able to pull this crowd.
That's the right thing.
like him. They don't like that thing. They say, how could Obi? I say, well, why don't you go and listen to Kolu? At Obi, at Atiku, at Kolu, you don't know. It's called, like anywhere where you run, they go catch you. You know that thing? You are still within the perimeter of the owners of Nigeria. You know they go anywhere. You be experimental, what's it called, a lab rat or lab experimental species. That's what most of you are in Nigeria. That's what they will say, and others. Showre, Omoyele Showre, and others. You know, you others be the Nigerians, others. I mean, now they will say, you know that guy, that Maiyegun. They say 39 people were kidnapped along Lagos. You know they've kidnapped people on Lagos about the expressway the last 2 days. They're asking for 100 million. I'll give you the full details when I have them, right? But if you read the news now, even me, we just get 60,000 people subscribers. I'll be 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, I still get media presence. So if they kidnap me and you know what they will say? They will say that Scotland-based YouTuber, I don't know what they will call me, but they will say Maiyegun, and 95 others have been kidnapped in the last 1 week along Lagos about the expressway alone. Everybody goes to say, I know that guy, that Maiyegun, I know that guy. But you, they feel know you. That's exactly what Nigeria has become. And we said, listen, we know ourselves. Even if they don't know us, we know ourselves. In 2023, they say they won't do census. They won't sign you maybe another 20, 30 years slavery. You will participate in that, Abi, but you won't participate in a campaign that says the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Biafrans, the Ijos, the Efik, the Shekiris, the Anopes, and the full. You know, everybody should have a say if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not, and under what conditions. You don't want to do that, Abi? But next year, they are going to ask you to come and, count them, census. Abi? And then the result will come out. They will tell you that you are nothing but a pencil in the hand of the North. Anything where they won't take you right, they go take you right. They talk to your papa, they go talk to your own Omo. The Igbo governors who felt like, well, it be like say this whole thing, don't they go out of, maybe not, maybe it's just one of those, let's just meet. They met today because of Nnamdi Kanu. For me, I like to, they call me a revisionist. In like to the dig and dig. I'll tell you, the last time Nnamdi Kanu met with Igbo governors in Enugu, you know what he told them? He wasn't asking them for money. It wasn't, even though they were promising him everything, we were told. He was asking them to please use their position to defend Igbo land, protect Igbo land, protect Igbo people, and put the interest of the Igbo people as the cardinal point of everything they do, starting with security. Nnamdi Kanu, they beg that people should, your governors and everybody, right? They should fight for the place of the Igbos in Nigeria and concentrate more in developing Igbo land, and most importantly, secure Igbo land, which Nigeria will not do. He told them, he said, they are coming for us and our people are going to pay for this. Because he rejected what they offered him, they gave them the go-ahead to go and kill him. This was in 2017 when Nnamdi Kanu met with Igbo governors. Although the aftermath of that was that he should be killed, but they didn't succeed. A refresher of about 4 years ago. So listen to this.
Please don't block. You should come down. That is what I'm doing. Sometimes this is what I'm doing.
Your Excellency, our very dear host, the Governor of Enugu State, Right Honorable Ubuani, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, representing the Governor of Anambra State, our brother Dr. Ken, the other two governors outside the country on emergencies, our very dear brother and the leader of IPO, Prince Nnamdi Kanu, our father, one of our fathers in Igbo land, Professor Ben SAN, our brother again, Evangelist Elliot Boko, and the press. This is a communique resulting from our meeting today with the leader of IPO. So, communique of the Southeast Governors Forum issued today, 30th August 2017 in Enugu. The Southeast Governors today, the 30th of August 2017, met with the leader of IPO, Prince Nnamdi Kanu, together with Professor Ben SAN, and Evangelist Elliot Boko. The meeting deliberated on a number of demands of IPO and noted their concerns accordingly. However, the meeting agreed that these demands by IPO should not be absolute. Rather, the Southeast governors shall immediately engage the leader of IPO, Prince Nnamdi Kanu, and the entire leadership of IPO to further meetings and dialogue with a view to quickening the resolutions of all issues amicably. And we also request from all concerns to give the Southeast governors the opportunity to.
That's what he was reading. How do you think I started calling Devil Humayi? How do you think I came by that name? It's because I've been following this old Biafra thing for so long, when it wasn't really popular for a Yoruba man to say it is an injustice they're actually doing to these people in the name of trying to stop them from getting Biafra. Listen, the reason why they are killing them is not because they don't want them to get Biafra. It is simply because those killing them are doing so to satisfy their own revenge urge, something they were so happy to do when they massacred over 5 million of them in 1967 to 1970. Like, why would you kill them? To keep them to be part of Nigeria, of what we are now experiencing? So it doesn't make any sense. So they killed them because they enjoyed killing them. So they met with Nnamdi Kanu. They wanted him to just take his cut, take a pay, and walk away. He won't walk away. And they were so surprised. Devulumayi orchestrated that meeting. I remember that time in 2017. He actually urged for that meeting. But Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know, maybe he was just like, so pissed off with them. He's a kind of guy that usually, if you probably try to talk to him and undermine him by saying, you know what, let's take care of you. Don't worry yourself about this whole thing. People like me, for someone like that, I would take that as an insult. Like when you see me and say, Maiyegun, you see all this thing, you are just abusing all these politicians, eh? Come on, why don't you just make yourself available, make them take care of you, Baba? Nobody, all these people you are trying to speak for, eh? No, none of them really care, Maiyegun. If they give you money, Baba collector, that's an insult. I swear, if you say that to my face, right? No matter how good intentioned you are, like you have good intention, you just said yours, I'll see it as an insult. And sometimes I may flare up. And you'll be surprised. Why are you angry? I just thought I should. No. You think it's actually so nice. I'll be so cool to project people and feel like when people try to speak out for whatever cause they choose,
They must be doing it because of what they want to benefit from it. Like some of you don't probably see it that way. You don't see that saying that to people. Some of you say, well, I'm just testing you. Abo Yawiri, ni talon test. Show Yawiri. Talon fori buruku test. Igbala bala bere love tan kisi. Maiyegun mo contract Kenya. You are a leader, eh? Don't talk. Show Yawiri. I bet that's exactly what happened between Nnamdi Kanu and these people. Probably they spoke to him and told him that, listen, you know what I mean? All these things, you know, we can't really do them. Let's pay you off and walk away. And he said no. They said they should go and kill him. So when somebody say, Maiyegun, if they bring something, collect time. Maiyegun, see, if they offer you anything, you can. Well, show Yawiri ni. Look pe me ati mo ti mo ya eri.
Abolo fe ba ti eje níbo ló ti mọ̀ mi bo le mi ati ti dàpọ̀. Kí ló dé mi ati e pọ̀.
Not be everybody the way they talk here, they look for somebody where go can't give them peanut to. Do you know that? Some of you don't even know. Well, sorry, it's Nigeria, isn't it? Nnamdi Kanu no agree. They say, they go kill him, shoot him. The idiots. Very, very stupid boy. We called a meeting, a whole lot, governors, We spoke to him for like 4 hours. He walked out of here like a king. We were even respecting him. He came here and he was making demand. Who is he? But they don't have the liver to kill Nnamdi Kanu. They have to run back to their Janja with their backers, the people who gave them the power in Abuja. Oh yeah, you can go ahead. I told you people, I said, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is vulnerable and exposed to those who want him dead or mock him in Nigeria is because those who are supposed to keep him safe, protect him, they are intimidated by him. They are scared of what he is capable of doing. They are scared of losing the privileges they are enjoying in case if Nnamdi Kanu should turn on them. Because they are scared and they are so cowardish, right? They are so much of cowards. They can't even do anything to tackle him. They have to go and use a thought and say, yeah, and because they want the Biafrans to be killed and slaughtered, that's why you have soldiers in Eastern Nigeria. Take that to the bank. The day you see the soldiers in Yoruba land patrolling everywhere with reckless abandon, you will understand the difference between what they are doing in Eastern Nigeria and those who allowed them. And if they try that in Yoruba land, what is going to be the reaction of that? They will dare not. Same thing that they won't do in Northern Nigeria. Even those we are being sort of harassed and killed almost every day by their SARS. I understand that, but you will never see them do what they are doing in Eastern Nigeria anywhere in Yoruba land. You know why? Because people are so sensitive to some of these things, right? And so many of us will indeed never praise or sing the praise of the criminals who are going to set that up. But in Eastern Nigeria, all the governors agreed. Kill him, kill them, anywhere you see them. They are thugs, they are miscreants, they are this. They started calling them this. They have been spending billions on propaganda to let you see anywhere you see IPOB, you must be looking at them as terrorists. All these things are paid propaganda after the failure when they first laid the red carpet to buy him. And he was like not available for sale. That changed the story. And since then, thousands of people have been killed in the name of trying to curb the influence of Nnamdi Kanu in Eastern Nigeria. We will spread the fear. We will kill every young person that we can identify with them so that we can spread that fear. Nnamdi Kanu, we cannot let that spread. Now, look at it today. It's not been around, but there's no peace. They met today. They were not talking like they did in 2017. They met today that they do Oli. May God come help them. Now, they are now saying that Nigerian government that failed to respect their own court judgment, playing hanky-panky with the judicial process of a man that they are keeping on constitutionally. The governors met, the usual, maybe then drink brukutu and the rest of that. But for the camera, they said they are meeting because of Nnamdi Kanu, the insecurity in Eastern Nigeria, and the way to beg Buhari to please let him go. Nnamdi Kanu said he won't beg Buhari. If you beg him, if you make deal with him, you are on your own. The last time you went to beg Buhari, and you told Buhari to leave Nnamdi Kanu, he will obey you and the rest of that. He told you, whatever deal you signed with them is your deal, not me.
He will never sit with him. And the only time he will ever have to sit with any of those criminals in Nigeria will be when they are discussing on how and what should be done to see the emergence of a Biafra. That's why I said, right? The Igbo governors, ladies and gentlemen, today in Enugu, nothing really sensible, but just the usual. Just watch them.
I don't want to call you the other one. Your Excellencies, my apologies. Bro, yeah, I just here for the first time. Bro, how are you? Thank you. Congratulations. Congrats. I won't call you that one. No, oh, yeah,
Okay. Hello.
Todos remain na biko baharaya tuzire ya ka kodua ya gali bo mam makani time lambo ano record wo kuma mere.
So they are asking Buhari to send more soldiers. They need more soldiers to patrol the motorways, the expressways, the roads and all that in eastern Nigeria, so as to curb the insecurity and all that. And they said they want political solution, whatever that means. Nnamdi Kanu has won in court. That should have been something you take to Bukwari and say, well, Mr. Our region is bleeding. And keeping Nnamdi Kanu is even making it worse. If you want peace and progress in eastern Nigeria with what Bukwari has done so far, Nnamdi Kanu should first of all be freed, and every other thing can follow. I don't know how they think anyway, but again, they were praying that God should come and intervene in what is going on in eastern Nigeria. But up north, they have this song for Tinubu. You can dance if you understand what they are singing. They've told me the meaning. I won't waste my time telling you. I'll wait for Ahmed to call in. I'm going to take 1 or 2 calls. Then I'm going to call it tonight, okay? Now, if you are still watching me, right, you can still like the video. Share it. Olori Brukuni Facebook. Share your gets now. I don't know what is really wrong with them, but they deliberately and intentionally shut over 99% of my viewers out. They know they receive notification. Some of them cannot even comment or share the video. But for those of you who are around, I managed to sit here, all right? Thank you so much, okay? You can still like and share. I'm going to take calls when I get back. And that will be after this music.
Ga gyada tubus tubus, ga gyada tubus tubus, ga gyada tubus tubus, ga gyada tubus tubus, tana da saukin ci tubus tubus, ga gyada tubus tubus, gyada tubus tubus ko ko gyada marau marau, ga gyada tubus tubus, ku ji sakarcin masu tsintsiya, ga gyada tubus sai ku sa masa naukin da rariya, ga gyada tubus tubus, kasa dole su nuna turjiya, ga gyada tubus tubus, hannuwa na kaga suna mamar. Ga gyaɗa tubus.
APC ta bari.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Naka shi ke ba da kai gida.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Gwamnatin rashawa da halin guda.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Yanzu dai za ku kife a gargada.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Dole ganga a hada da amada.
Ɗan
ƙasa zafa gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
A Kano tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Kai a ƙasa ma tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
APC tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Masu shara bana sun yi ruduwa.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Kansu yaran rabu sun yi kaduwa.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Wutar rigima na ta ruruwa.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Da alama ƙarshen su na zuwa.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Babu jagoranci tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Honorable M. Nasir Ja'oji.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Shi ya ce ayi waka da rangaji.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Yanzu NNPP ce da aji.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ita al'umma ke ta so su ji.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Jam'iyyar nasu dukansu sun gaji.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Honorable M. Nasir gaida ɗan kwarai.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Kaga gwarzo nan ka fi sakarai.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ɗan amana ne kai.
Continue. 70 years old man. Jesus is Lord.
Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. Sorry for keeping you waiting, by the way. What was left was just milk. I've already poured the hot water. I don't put the the honey and the tea bag. Just milk. But thanks so much for waiting, eh? Baba? I
Maiyegun, make I tell you one thing, but a lot of people don't understand. They don't like Tinubu. They don't like Tinubu. As in, people where they follow the political, like.
Maybe you understand what's that guy. That guy na Kwakwanso guy, yo. But na APC guy before.
You know,
but you know what the guy they see, eh?
He don't say Tinubu bazaka iya, but that means Tinubu you know go see. Get that to put like smashed granite. Patoti law.
That Tinubu is like a patoti law. Grounded granite.
So what if they will call you that and do kuli that kind of one. I don't know if you don't see whether they do kuli before.
I know what how they do kuli now. So like Tinubu is like a matched granite, Abi.
Matched granite.
So that is a Tinubu skudus. Abi, what did they say?
Get that granite. Get that.
Ghana, Ghana, skudus.
Get that. Tupus, like tupus, they don't smash
tupus, okay. Ghana, tupus. That is a matched granite. God will help you. Maybe we'll listen to him again before I listen to what you want me had. Thank you. You know why God? I know say God will bless me for here, right? And that's why somebody like you is on this platform. Make I listen to Ram again. It will make sense now, right? Ghana, sorry, I don't forget. Sorry, say that again. Ghana. Yeah. Ghana what?
Get that tupus.
Tupus. Get that tupus.
So bazaka iya ba.
Oh, baza ya iya ba.
So bazaka iya ba.
Ni ba zan sauke ba.
So bazaka iya ba.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Tana da saukin ci tubus.
Ga gyaɗa
tupus. Hey, I got it.
Tinubu, you know, go feed. As an old man, you know, go feed.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were singing. I wanted to be giving the chorus. Get that tupus. Get that tupus.
So bazaka iya ba.
Oh, baza ya iya ba.
So bazaka iya ba.
Ni ba zan sauke ba.
So bazaka iya ba.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Tana da saukin ci tubus.
Ga gyaɗa tubus.
Gyaɗa tubus ko gyaɗa mara.
Get that tupus. The Tinubu is.
Get that. See granite. See match See match granite. See match granite.
Sorry that I've been stealing your time, okay? I've been waiting for somebody to tell me what that is.
I just they come out inside ourselves, just come meet
it's just
program.
that
I
I'm
know
a
it's
terrible learner, Baba. Oti ball. I don't feel learn any new language again. May I not lie you. You know, sure, man. But with the people like you, even if they carry me somewhere, if they carry me, they go somewhere where I don't know, sometimes waiting you they teach me here will come to hate. Because if I tell one kidnapper now, Ahmed, if I tell one kidnapper that Damboroba, Geda tukus. No be say they go cut off my head. Now death.
No, you go look the kidnapper. You go look the kidnapper and you go see
Allah kia barika. John to the long. Kufoti Mario. Allah kia barika. But go on. You say what?
You dey walk out.
Tell me which year? Where you find me?
Baba, this is where you go. This music where you go carry. As me self see. Motivate learning you pay. Baba, you first there. I don't expect that to ever.
Now so they work everywhere because anything where I go, go help me tell my story better. I go look for them. If I know, I see today. There's something I want to talk about Atiku, but I don't see anything for anywhere for America. Cause which level now? Or it is what it is, Ahmed. So where do you want to come in tonight? Because Yorubas, Tinubu sing Yoruba Anthem.
Well, Mori, I see the video now. Tinubu go to sing Yoruba Anthem. That look at this. Who you want to see? Who you want to see? We see our eye don't open. And one Latin, those ones those hungry natives. Now them they go deceive. For we the year, she never don't enter 800. Come on, Babo, may that they come now. May that they come. But I told my sister, I said, look, before the end of this year, Naira will cross to 1,000 if care is not a. That was last 2 months. That took to an in could be 630 this 6 kiniko. Last month. I did say last month. Look to an last month it was 700.
Since last month.
So I've been going to say before December. If you not take time, that Naira will enter 1,000.
Ahmed, do you know how much it is today? 826. Some people still manage to change their own for 789, 790 something, and others. But you know one thing, this afternoon, 826 Naira to $1.
I
can't regret money last week, and they gave me one old exchange rate. They pay me small. But go on, Ahmed.
Maiyegun, they do business. So waiting they happen, we say most of our payment, now me they help her pay them. So that makes she no get all the time high rate. So I'm over saying don't you understand? Maybe say from here, me I go just help her pay, she will receive her goods, all those kind of things. Now waiting just give her small community where we say if she do her business, if you make her own money. If not, she said she did, she cry. Say kilo de so very power ni money. Timon kankan o. Tinubu tó ń bọ̀. Iti Buhari ma so na go talk say Buhari na joke wetin Tinubu.
Imagine like in a year time, people begin to say Ashe Buhari is even better. In life for me, I mean, see, Baba, me I imagine once in a while I say, Baba, imagine a world where people say Ashe Buhari is better, sha. Na die yo. I can't imagine it all.
Na grave now. That one look like easy.
If anybody wake up tomorrow or a year time and they say Ashe Buhari time is better. Ish.
So you see, say Tinubu they sing Yoruba Anthem. And the same Tinubu where they ask say we are the cow. In Sunday speak, he said for you, right?
Hey, I go no Ahmed. I'm having an issue with what do you call it? I'm having a bit of a problem with my camera, right? So give me a sec. Let me fix that. I think it's back on, is it? Yeah, I think it's back on. Sorry about that, Ahmed. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baba, go on. Yeah, everybody can hear you.
So somebody said there is a book because the name of the book, they say now how to survive in Nigeria, and the author is Unaboti Shegi. So maybe they expect the Shegi.
You know what to me? I tell people. You know what I tell people? I say, see, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, right? When I come here, I am not here as a motivational speaker. I'll be lying to you because I can't motivate you. Nobody can motivate you in Nigeria and tell you that something's going to happen by something in that Nigeria is a lie. So I'm not here to motivate you. In fact, I am here to remind all of us that whatever shege we are seeing now, we should continue to, this is just the beginning. We haven't seen anything. If we continue in the same trajectory, the same one Nigeria trajectory, whatever shege we are seeing now, I am just here to prepare us, to remind us that the shege never even start. I am not here to motivate you. Don't come here, the same. Are you trying to discourage you? Motivate you? I am here to remind you.
And I want to call your attention to something, but I saw something online where there's some bastard they came out. They said they were like signing all these guys. They are not Yoruba nation people, but they will do whatever they want to do to just validate their lies. So they came out and they said Yoruba nation have supported Tinubu Shetima. I don't know if you have seen that picture.
I'll tell you. That's the part I actually thought my time will allow me to get to, so that I can quickly tell our people, so that people don't mix them up, okay? You see what happened in Ondo, that you saw in Ondo, is just a tip of the iceberg of what is coming. There are people who are currently championing Yoruba nation that I'm not even talking about people unknown now, okay? Unknown group, unknown this. There are people in the next couple of days and weeks, they are going to come on this street, okay? And because of Yoruba nation, okay, they are going to tell you that Tinubu is now their candidate. Yoruba nation can rest for now. And I'm saying this now, that people should not be so surprised, okay? I told people sometimes ago, I said, if people know what people are doing behind the scene in the name of this Yoruba nation, I swear to God, the spirit may be a little bit slower in a way, it will be dampened and buried forever. But it is always better for these characters to show themselves. So that's why I said, look out for the next few days, okay? And don't act that you are surprised or shocked. You go see news. This Tinubu of this Yoruba stuff, you go see news.
I'm hunger day outside.
Sure you get.
So everybody they try hustle within one shop, you understand?
Just
but
make them not forget. Why would you say that, Baba? Why did that person say that? Me, nothing they surprise me.
No.
I just
not be surprised. Even though this man when they come out, they talk down on Tinubu most of the time. Balogun he don't come out, can't they sing look faces. I can't see him. I go on page like that.
That guy that was telling the story of Tinubu on social media at that time, the one that's always like coming and say, I have new information, but it's always like that guy, it don't support Sanwo-Olu. It don't
support Sanwo-Olu. I go on page like that. Only I put on that supporter Tinubu supporter So you can't post the guy they sing for Sanwo-Olu. Everybody can't be under the comment. Because I always go that place to this comment. Malcolm and say, Allah, who do this?
Maiyegun torí mo reliable. Emi gan o ní kere maya gbọ́kàn lọ́lọ́hun. That's my own song. When I tell people say, ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ gbọ́kàn lé mi torí Maiyegun torí mo reliable. Emi gan o ní kere maya àwọn ò ní sin òrìṣà àbí kí ló ń pè ní sin Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú mamoni bó ṣe máa ń sọ yẹn. Like that guy in sing Sanwo-Olu Ahmed, then be another call. O ti surprise me lálẹ́ yìí.
I'm telling you, you not surprise me. I just laugh ní pé ẹ̀yin ẹ ti kú. Wàhálà ẹ ti kú. Ó máa pa yín dànù níbẹ̀ ṣe wà yẹn.
Aṣojú wa. Ahmed, thank you so much. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹgbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi Maiyegun torí mo reliable. Èmi gan ò ní kẹ̀rẹ̀ máa ya gbọ́kàn lọ́lọ́hun. 20 ọdún lénìí. Nǹkan tí Maiyegun bá sọ lẹ máa bá lẹ́nu ẹ̀. Take it to the bank. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Oh, is that the Prince? Prince Jejema. How are you? You know me, I humble. Sure you get, eh? And that is because I get a gentleman around me who are not really gentle. So I can't afford to be ungentlemanly. So the Prince, how are you tonight, Baba?
Baba, I'm fine, Baba. We hear you. Well done, eh?
That's brilliant. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining me anyway. It's all so late today and the time has changed, but fair enough. You made it, Baba. Go on.
Thank you. Thank you for picking my call.
Thank you.
Yeah, Baba. You see, I just want to thank God for the opportunity on this year platform, you know, for us to have a voice.
It is our platform. Oh. Now here we get to, we don't get another place. Oh. So that is why nothing will happen here but the truth. Because the day we choose not to say the truth, we know that we are probably just demolishing the whole house we built. And I don't think I would be interested in demolishing this beautiful place we've built. We would like to see it even grow even bigger and more influential in the future. Prince.
That's it, Baba. That's it, Baba.
Because we have a lot to lose. So the person will build something like this. We have a lot to lose, and you cannot trade that off on a plate of porridge that Nigeria is offering.
I lie, Baba. You know, thank God for your Tukano, they call it Tukano Mike.
That's what you do.
Mike.
There's a one man will pull. You know what my old man told me? The Prince. You know what my old man told me? I won't say it's the person who invented that statement too, but the first person who said this to me and stuck with me was my grandfather. Yeah. Okay, he said there are two things. Okay, some of them you've heard before, but as a kid they stuck with me up to this day, and they're going to stick with me for the rest of my life. Okay, he said, as you lay your bed, right, so you lie on it. Which means whatever you prepare, that's how you're going to be on it. So if it's rough, it's your bed. If it's smooth, it's yours. Then he also told me, he said, being honest or truthful, right, is not going to win you many friends, but it's going to win you true friends. Do you get that now? Because he said every child believed that he can lie his way out of trouble. And he told me, he said, if you make that your legacy, you are going to end up a worthless person in life, because they will say he's a liar. He's a liar. No matter who you are, they will say he's a liar. So he now said, honesty, truthfulness, and sincerity may not win you many friends, but it will win you true and real friends, and they don't have to be many. That sticks with me. So, Prince, don't be surprised, though. It is just whatever you order is what you get on Maiyegun. I know get shame in insulting foolish and then criminals and the rest, right? And I know they hide, I know they pretend, but it is what you order that you will get. Baba?
You see, this Malami and Garon Bashir, these two guys, they are smelling prison. You know, these two guys, if you are looking at them, when I look at them, I see them. They're supposed to be in the bush controlling cows. They are not supposed to be people that will come out and say that they are handling anything concerning government at all. Regardless of to save a government affairs. You see, the reason why the Malami is cheating on his pants now is that Nnamdi Kanu has told them, if you prove that Buhari is alive, I will drop the agitation of Biafra. If you can prove that he's alive, I will drop it. When they kidnap him from Kenya to Nigeria, They forgot that he has been saying that Buhari is dead, or this Buhari is dead all the while. I get me. Now, I want them to know that Nnamdi Kanu matter is no longer a local matter.
No.
That he will just use cow mentality to handle. Nnamdi Kanu matter is above Nigeria as it is now. We are not talking about what we are not for them. If he lose what that if he gets anything like sense at all remaining with him, is to just tomorrow morning for them to leave Nnamdi Kanu alone. The more they are holding Nnamdi Kanu, the more Biafra is coming nearer and nearer.
They are complicating the whole thing.
If in fact the situation is now, they have lost even restructuring. That's what Malani and the Garuba.
Of course.
They have lost it. This one that this Boko Haram leader that Tinubu took as his vice, Chetima. He says restructuring under his foot. Even
he's telling Yorubas that restructuring my yarn. Come and get it now. Restructuring call.
Even that restructuring, he will not even get. That restructuring, he will beg for it, but he will not get it.
When the whole thing comes out.
As it is at this moment. And they cannot scratch Nnamdi Kanu. If they just scratching Nnamdi Kanu, talk less of say any news we hear. They know that it's an international issue. It's no longer local cow mentality matter. So my good general, they should know that we are looking at them. We just are we issuing any statement? They wanted us to be issuing a statement like from Finland. Today we are going to do this. Tomorrow we do this. Next tomorrow, VOS just kept silent. They are confused. They don't know where to start.
No, Malamu told the court. You see that stay of execution, right? That last one they got from the court. Malamu told the court that fine, the court is right. They should let Nnamdi Kanu go. But the problem is this. They are afraid. They don't know what Nnamdi Kanu is capable of doing. And this time around, they are not sure that if he does anything, they will be able to arrest him and bring him to court. The court should please save them. The trauma of letting Nnamdi Kanu go now that they don't even know what he's capable of doing, what he can do. Now, the court has to be like, okay, for national security, okay, keep him for now then. It's like saying, Nnamdi Kanu, you have been free though, but please just hang on for some time, okay? Just for some time until these people are no longer scared of seeing you walk free. That's exactly what that is, I believe. Because there's no case anymore. There's no real case.
Baba madness, you understand? Madness, only in Nigeria.
Make a take one more and call it night. Call it a night tonight, the Prince. Thank you so much for all the time, okay? Stay safe. Nice one, and you too. I have, I believe this is Kenneth, right? Is that you, Kenneth?
Yes, Maiyegun, how are you?
See, I'm getting so used to you now. If you don't change your own DP, you will never confuse me, okay? Ken, mind you, everybody can hear you loud and clear as well. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Very well, thanks for asking. So, thank you. So, here we go.
Yeah. Here we go, yeah. First and foremost, let me draw your first attention of the dollar rate.
Right.
That you pointed out, 826 naira to a dollar.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, of course, and I've seen it. I see what you're talking about. It's right there on the internet. 826. That is not just absolutely a nightmare. It is extremely like the economic or even the Nigeria itself is tanking. The system is completely a joke.
Somebody described it, yeah. Somebody described the this issue of dollar, naira, and all that, right? To Nigerians having a noose tied around their neck, right? And every day is being tightened, and tightened until so many will have to suffocate and die, even unnoticed, is what this journey of dollar, naira is still headed. Do you really believe that?
Honestly, the truth is that I don't even know what else to believe about that country. I can't even, I'm sorry, but
they say Nigeria defies logic, Kenneth. They say everything Nigeria defies logic. Population, not real. What do you call it? Governance doesn't exist. Everything that could make you something that you can say, let's start from somewhere and find out more. Will show that there's actually there's actually nothing reliable that you can start from Nigeria and say, okay, this one is manageable. Let's start from here. Absolutely nothing. There's no real record. Everything is just like a wishy-washy, as always. No problem.
I got the opportunity of talking to one of the so-called APC. But that guy, if you remember the guy I told you that he's a full-fledged member, like the guy that works in a proper.
A committed member of the APC. I get all the gist. Tell me what you told me about him again.
So when I had a conversation with him last night, he kept on again that, well, the pundits have said it and they are going to be the one on top. I said to him, listen, I drew his attention to this dollar rate. I said, you're looking at what the dollar looks like? He said, it doesn't matter. It will come down. I said, oh, you are not watching Maiyegun. So if you have watched Maiyegun, you would have understand that you are living in the fool's paradise. You are living in full paradise. And unfortunately, I hope you will wake up on time to know that Nigeria, this so-called unity Nigeria stuff, is dead. Not long dead on arrival. But no problem. Since you keep on kissing and romancing this so-called useless bunch of old hags and douchebags, no problem. Good luck. But as for me, your suffering has not just started. You guys, just warm up.
It's
There's
just
more
a
to
matter
come.
of time, Kenneth, right? You know something? You know one thing, right? When people say, when people tell you that raising these vital points, I'll start with this, okay? For example, there are things that their policies and actions have done to people. Some people don't understand this, but we need to let them understand, no matter how little. Our explanation will probably be clearer to them, okay? Now, let's take a look at this one. You have over 80 million unemployed people, okay? That simply means that their economic power is going to be near zero, which means they have no real economic power. Economic in the sense that what they earn because of what they do, and how they live because of what they earn. All this won't exist. They just live from hand to mouth. And you have 80 million of that. That's bigger than the entire population of the United Kingdom, sir. That's huge. That's massive. You can't hide that from a country like that and not say, wow, then that makes sense that 128 million people are living in extreme poverty.
Maiyegun, that's bad. You heard what the shitty man, the vice to
the Boko Haram apologist, the shitty man. What did he say?
So you remember what he was saying when you showed the video, when he was saying that restructuring. I'm not going to dive into that much. I'm only just going to say, since they've chosen, that is who they choose. That's what APC have chosen, right? No problem. They should wait for this season 2. It's coming up. And
it's already been said, Kenneth, right? Kenneth, they have already said it. There's something I wanted to say earlier, right? That when people say, that's your problem, Obi is going to be our next president, there's nothing you can do about that. Atiku is going to be our next president, there's nothing you can do about that. Tinubu is going to be our next president, God will shame you in February. Now, here is the point. That any of these become whatever they want to become in this current Nigeria, doesn't change the status quo that you are like a destined for a total collapse as a country, and it doesn't matter who is leading it. It's already so obvious as we speak. So I said that a few times. I said that those who pinned their survivor on Nigeria, and somehow they feel like their survivor is going to be championed better by any of these gangs. I have no idea, Kenneth. Like I said, I have no idea that there is no basket, or should I say there is no racket, or any of these racket that you find yourself, any of them, with what Nigeria has been and what Nigeria has been through and what Nigeria is going through, right? You are still not going to be different from what APC is doing. So what changes that when we are all set for a doom? Ken.
Thank you. Maiyegun, last but not the least, before I put, you recall when you talk about the Security Advisory Alert, the United Kingdom, the US. Now, if you recall too, recently, the US soldiers, I think with combination of their so-called, is this Daura DSS?
The Daura Secret Service.
You saw how they raided an estate. You heard when they raided an estate, they were able to apprehend, I think, about 35 suspects, 6 of which are commanders.
Really? Is that the full report? The time I was making that report myself, we were told that 2 persons were arrested, right? And then 2 persons who are like properly identified and linked to the materials, bomb-making materials they found in that estate, right? And then they arrested they arrested about other 26 or so, but they didn't call them suspects. Tell me about it, Kenneth. I mean, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, those 26. So those 26 actually are like participants.
They are also suspects.
They are not they are participants who knows about where the items this one was bought, and then doing transportation in terms of logistics,
like
and what I'm sure
support and everything for all those stuff behind the scene. I see.
Exactly. So you might not be the main target, but the fact that you did participate in terms of knowing who you purchased this item, you're working with, automatically it makes you a suspect right there on the spot. Correct?
Something I believe that I've also heard, right, Kenneth, right? After that message yesterday, there's something I also heard. They said that raid in that estate actually popped up about 4 prominent people that are known, Islamic this or that, right? Who are actually like the owners of those houses. They found those people in those estates. And they are like prominent. They didn't name their names. That's what I don't like about Nigeria. They don't give names.
You know why they didn't put their name?
Tell us.
They didn't put their name because, don't forget, those names, if they put it out, they are other names, other prominent ones that are going to be linked to those names. So, that in intelligence, when I used to work with defense, then in intelligence, you don't disclose those information. What you do, you keep it on the wrap, and then you use those ones that you already have. That is, if they are very sincere, you use the information of the one you have already caught to entrap the other one, so that you don't leak actually your intelligence out there for anybody to know exactly what is there.
Unfortunately, that's the right thing to sometimes do for those who have worked in intelligence and all that, right? By using one to trap the other, or even giving them making deals with them and say, well, you know what? If you are not our target, we know there's somebody bigger than you, but we have caught you. We'll give you a deal, okay? But you have to give us that guy. But the unfortunate thing about Nigeria is that even upon all this information,
anything goes to Nigeria.
Upon all this information, the terrorists are still walking about because they know that at the end of the day, now esprit de corps. It's just going to be esprit de corps. Sadly.
Exactly, Mike. And on the final note, the thing here is this, Maiyegun. Look at the combination of the U.S. soldiers. Exactly. Pulling along with the DSS just to be able to entrap and get all these people. While they were in Abuja there, getting ready to cause havoc. And yet, Nigerian security failed spectacularly, woefully. not been able to do it. It is until the alert came up before they know, and then the Laimo is there running his stupid mouth,
as usual,
saying that, oh my God, my, you know what, I'll give you the floor. Just pick it up from here.
No, thank you. I mean, I wish we have a longer time as usual, where you always kind of give me all those sound bites and I just follow your lead. And when we get to the part, you take me to another one. But it's just that we don't have so much time tonight. But I enjoyed this too. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. All right,
you God bless you for your great work.
Nice one. That is a Kenneth calling from the US. So I have my last caller. This is going to be my last caller because of our time tonight. Hello there.
Hello, my brother. What's going on, man?
Hello, Baba. She Larry, yeah?
Yeah, Larry alone, sorry, man.
Larry. Baba, Ekwara yao, Tinubu ti di ọmọ Odùduwà o. Yoruba nation ló kàn, and the rest of that. The bobo is so cold. One sell it. Lọ́wọ́ báyìí o. Larry, ṣó ti order tiẹ̀.
Baba, mama download àwọn àṣírí.
Like Zobo tutu. Baba, you don't like him?
Zobo, Baba la Zobo to make sense, but they mean ora Zobo lọ́wọ́ àwọn olórí.
You know they buy that kind of Zobo. Okay, Larry.
I be to have tafe me. I be to have fun me no Zobo.
I no go sell you Bobo now. I no go sell you Bobo. I no go sell you Zobo. Now, fact for fact, we go see what you want to say. What you want now?
Everywhere to propose, I'm play
yeah, Igboro ti propose. Everywhere. Ace. Everywhere ti propose. Igboro ti propose.
Igboro ti propose. Everywhere ti propose. Ace.
Larry. Ace. Are you still there, Baba? Okay, hang on. It seems that Larry's connection is already acting up, and if that takes longer, I'm so sorry. Oh, we lost Larry. Now this is where we're going to draw the curtains. Okay, hang on. Yeah, thank you very much for your time this evening. Okay. You have seen the part I have delivered my own part, and you've also listened to others. Hang on, I want him to crack me up before I go to bed anyway. Larry. Okay. Unfortunately, you won't be able to be part of it. That's the second time, but I'm going to call it a night. And thank you to all of you who spent your evening with me again on MaiyegunsDiary Politico tonight. If you are just joining us, you can watch this from the start again. And if you have been with us from the start to finish, and you haven't really checked I am saying this to all of you, okay? If you are following me on YouTube, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico YouTube, before you, immediately after this broadcast, as you are leaving this broadcast, I want you to check that your notification. So many of you won't receive notification that Maiyegun is live. If you don't have a Gmail account, Gmail is when you want to have a Yahoo Mail or any other email account. Go and get a Gmail account if you don't have one. Once you open a Gmail account, you will be able to subscribe onto MaiyegunsDiary Politico and then give the support you probably would love to all the time. But to everybody who has been here for a very long time and they no longer receive notification, I'm saying this to you. Take your moment after this broadcast, okay? Check if your notification, the reminder that Maiyegun is live or not, if they are set on. Check it before you go to bed. I'm going to see you some other time. And whatever it is, as you go to bed tonight, I pray for you, just like this.
Oshoni, Ajeni, Elebológun ni, Amániṣeni ni, Afàìmániṣeni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀.
Man. So, everything I have told you tonight, and the ones that you have agreed with me, the ones you don't agree with me, the positive ones that you have accepted, the other ones you don't want to accept. But for whatever you have gained from from this conversation tonight, I wish you all the best. And I hope they help you in understanding what is actually coming. Then help you to also at the same time act right. And you will never find yourself in that position where you'll be manipulated again. Because as it is, we are all in this together. Whether you are for one Nigeria, or you are one of those who are actually asking for the peaceful dissolution of Nigeria, where everybody can go and do their own affair independently, wherever you belong to. You see, as long as Nigeria exists, for those who are promoting it, we are all in it together. Until we do it differently, we will never get anything different from what they are offering. Now it's up to you. Just know that, as they say, elections have consequences. One of them could actually be in replacement of your life. They can take your life away from you. The consequence of an election. They've done it before. They're doing it again. You've fallen for them before. Some of you are falling for them again. But guess what? It is always the same sing-song. These criminals, the politicians are bad and that. But as for Maiyegun, as long as I live, I will never stop reminding you of the consequences of your choices. Because I live with my own consequences too. I make choices in life and I live with them. The consequences of those choices. You should learn how to live with one. Maybe when you begin to live with the consequences of bad choices, you might stop making them. It's just an advice. I've done my part tonight. I'll see you some other time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And you should all have a wonderful night and a beautiful week ahead. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.